If y'all will just accept that, we can get going. Good morning, you guys. Christina Tammy here. Nobody's new, so y'all know that. We're going to go ahead and get planning and get batching and do all of the things. How are we doing with this content map, you guys? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. How are you feeling with the content map? Are you feeling good? Are you starting to get your footing with it? Are you still feeling a little lost, confused? Like, let me know all of the things. What are we feeling? Love it. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. I'm liking it. Oh, okay. Awesome. So if you are new, we work a lot off of the content map that was dropped in the Limitless page. This is something that you can also honestly get just from your playbook. But it just helps you map out, like it's a content map of what things are going to look like for your week. And once you kind of plan out the first time with your content map, you kind of can go from there and continue to, sorry guys, I'm trying to give myself more room here. You can just basically use it over and over, which allows you to just keep things simple. So on the map, it's got like Monday through Sunday, and it says like your focused IPA. So you pick a focused IPA for each day from the link. And then you have your IG posting topic or Facebook posting topic. And so, for example, like you can have Mondays before Thrive, weekly pay, pick a comp plan fives, pick a product fives, what has Thrive done for you? How do the products make you feel? Share about your why. So these are all like topics, but because we use our pain points and we go deeper every single week that you're using these topics as like your baseline, you're never actually saying the same thing over and over. So that is one thing I love about it. It is keeping you very focused so that you kind of know what to talk about, like topics, so to speak, but you branch out and you can pick whatever posting topic you want. And then it has story focuses. So are you going to focus on samples? Are you going to focus on your before and after? Are you going to talk about why you love Thrive? Are you going to talk about what we have in the first 14 days? What are you going to show? Are you going to show other Thrivers results? Are you going to plan a promo? That sort of thing. So it's just like kind of a map that helps you map out what you're going to talk about. So it's very, I actually just said everything that was on the one map. So if you were able to write that down, oh, perfect. We have some people sending it along. Cool. Anywho, you guys, Rochelle will be on with us in a little bit. So you will get us both today. But we are going to start planning. So first and foremost, let's do some housekeeping. We have this week is Thanksgiving, you guys. Yay, happy Thanksgiving. So with that being said, this is a week that you really need to make sure you stay planned. Do not, and I repeat, do not let life get in your way of ending this month strong, right? Do not look back next Sunday and be like, oh my gosh, I let the whole week go because the kids then got off of school. I was trying to prep for Thanksgiving. I was trying to do all of the things. Then I ended up doing all this Black Friday shopping. And then the weekend came and then I felt like I was still cleaning up from dinner from Thursday. Do not let that happen. Okay. Set your non-negotiables right now. So when we're planning, set those non-negotiables. It's a busy week, you guys. It is a busy week, and it is the perfect time to also be present with your family and your loved ones, or however you're spending this time or whatever you have doing. If you are going to Black Friday shop, if you are going to do all of those things, if you have traditions, this is the perfect time to unplug and do that, but make sure you're staying plugged into your business. In what is your non-negotiables, set them right now. Getting pre-planned after this Zoom. If you need to take another hour later today and just say, hey, I need to get all of this planned for the week, get your story content planned, everything. So you are just honestly posting in the flow of life. That's okay, right? Get yourself so planned in everything so that you can just keep your business flowing and still stay present without having any guilt or anything like that, because you guys, we're human, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. And then were you able to get it? The content map? Let me actually, if you're not, haven't got it. Okay. Let me let me do this. You guys go ahead, and if you are, y'all know the drill. Go ahead and start planning with your content map, thinking about the topics you want to talk about, getting a little bit deeper, figuring out what your stories are going to look like. Now is the perfect time to scroll reels, you guys. If you already have your topics, now is the perfect time to scroll reels so that you can start getting those sounds and know what you want to talk about. So you can already save the sounds so that you're like, boop, I already know that's what I'm going to do to that sound. That's what I'm going to do to that sound, so on and so forth. As you guys know, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the map at the same time as I talk to you guys. As you guys know, video content is it right now, right? Video content, if you run the Brock thing, all that kind of stuff, you guys, we've been knowing that for a while, that video content is being pushed. So crazy, right? Video content is being pushed out way more than regular posts are being pushed out. So do not let yourself stay behind because you fear doing reels. You're afraid, you don't know how to do them. You figure it out. Okay. And I mean that with so much love, figure it out. And the reason why I say that is because I look back at some of my first reels and they are cringe. They are cringe. But guess what? I did it and I learned. I figured out how to do transitions. I figured out all the things. I went on Google. I went on our in our team pages. I searched for the trainings, that sort of thing. Be your own advocate right now and figure it out. And I promise you, you guys, as you start doing them and figuring it out, you will be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You will start building that confidence muscle, right? So I like sharing my old reels. Yeah, share your old reels. If you have some old ones, reuse them, remake them, figure out reels that did really well for you, and then remake those. So I'm going to show the content map. I'm going to screen share. I don't know what I just did. That was not the button I meant to hit. You guys, I meant to hit screen share, which is right next door. Whoops. Hope that didn't mess up it for all the people. Well, if you weren't on it, sorry guys. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let me screen share. Let me find where I'm screen sharing here. Okay. All right. So do you guys see that? For those that don't know what the content map is, go ahead and take a screenshot of this real quick so that I can, I'll pop back on. So I'll give you guys 1 second to screenshot. This is an example. And then I'll screenshot if you guys want to screenshot that so that you can fill in your own. All right. I hope everybody got it. I'm going to stop my share. All right, cool. So everybody's good now. We all got the map. All right, I like it. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to mute myself and we are going to start planning for our week. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat so that I can help you out. You guys never think a question is stupid, or if you're struggling, or if you're like, everybody says this is so perfect, but I'm over here like lost in my own freaking world. Say that. Let us help you. Let us figure it out. If you have a tip or trick that has been helping you with planning your content, with using your content map, so on and so forth, let us know in the chat. You guys, this is how you learn. This is how you become better, right? I am constantly always tweaking a little bit of whatever I'm doing. If I really love something and it's working for me, I keep running extremely fast. I keep running extremely fast, and then I just maybe will tweak here and there. If somebody pops in something, can you guys all hear me, or is it just one person? Okay, good. Thank you. And then I just kind of tweak where I need to, right? So if something is working, I keep running with it. I tweak if I need to. If something isn't working, that's where I get my tips, you guys, is from you guys on the work with me's. If you're not getting on those work with me's, we'll talk about that in a little bit. You need to be on those work with me's. It's an hour of accountability, first of all, and it's an hours of tips and tricks in case you're struggling in your IPAs and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and mute. Let's start planning our week. And for those new that are using the content map, what you do is right now is the perfect time to have out your 5s lists and your pain points. So your fives list and those pain points. Those pain points are things that the products or the business has either helped you with or is going to help you with. So it's a little bit deeper dig on the fives. And since Rochelle isn't here to give you the onion analogy, you guys all get me. It is like an onion and you are peeling back those layers, right? Peeling back the layers of the onion. So if your fives is the weekly pay, what is that weekly pay doing or going to do or has done for you? Peel it back, share a story, let people know what's going on. Get you guys, people want to know. People want to know. People don't want always perfect. People want to see, hey, I can relate to that girl because she's struggling or she went through this or she's going through that, so on and so forth. Be real with them, you guys, but also still bring in those confident zingers and those types of things. So have that balance between showing that side, I'll say emotional side, but that's not what I necessarily mean, but showing that emotion of whatever it was from that pain point or where you're going and so on, but also bring that confidence and that mic drops, right? Make sure that you're bringing them both to your network. So having your fives out, having your pain points with your content map, and that's how we plan. Anybody else buy the planner that we've been kind of chatting about these last few times and like counting down the weeks? Although you don't really want to count down the weeks, but you're counting down the weeks so that you can use the dang planner. Because same, I was like, whoo, all right, we're about to be in December, one more month, and then I'm going to be able to use this planner. Y'all, I will tell you this much. I am planner-less right now. So I am doing a lot of my planning just using the playbook, sticky notes, that sort of thing. Because I just wasn't vibing my planner. It was not doing anything for me. I got this new planner that I'm excited for, and I've been really working on trying to time block and actually create hours and a schedule, just like as if I was going to a 9 to 5 or a job. I love that I have the time freedom for this, but I also like structure. So I have been working on creating those times. Rochelle talks about that a lot. Creating those times, setting it out, blocking what you're going to do do in each of those sections. This way, you know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing today. So using the daily to-dos in my time being as I wait for January 1st, so I can plan with that planner. I'm pumped up. Something fun to do on Thursday, you guys, for Thanksgiving. You can always, like, if you wanted to throw out like a happy Thanksgiving and so on, I'm going to do like a thankful Thursday. So even though it's Thanksgiving, like a thankful Thursday, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving or grateful for? And then, you know, I'm going to pop that up in my stories to get some call to action, just to bring positivity and light into my day. And you can even do that on your feed as well, especially on like Facebook. You could put, you know, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'm so thankful for whatever you want to put, and then just put, I'd love to fill my day with gratitude and, you know, so on and so forth. Tell me what you're grateful for today. Let's celebrate that together. So, you know, something like that, get to know your network, things like that on that Thursday. So personally for me, my Thursday will be more just me, right? It's not going to be really Thrive or anything related. So I personally, yeah, Cassandra, I just like put them away in my, like, in either the back pocket of my playbook, or I just have them all sitting out. And that's what I do. And then I just print out more. So I just, at the beginning of the month, I try to print out almost a daily for every day. And then after, I can start using this beautiful planner that's sitting right here. I won't have to do that, but the planner is almost like the daily to do, to be honest with you, because it like maps things out and then you just know. So I have personally been using, let me grab it real quick. I've been personally been using this IPA tracker. The IPA tracker that like has the like map all the way across. So for the 30 or 31 days, because I liked that at the bottom, there's also like open space. So I have been putting like story IPAs, like what I want my stories to look like. So this is something newer that I've been implementing this last month. So I can tell my consistency is like so thrown off with it, but I'm building that habit with it. So I have like where I want my stories to look a certain way. I'm starting to try to be better about sharing links and so on, where people can go and shop the things that I'm shopping. You guys, I noticed I used to be really good about putting call to actions at the beginning of my stories. Like in the first of the morning, I'd put call to actions. And I noticed that my Thrive stuff was getting then more action. I was getting more people commenting on things, voting on polls, anything like that. And then I kind of stopped doing that. And now when I put up polls or things like that, I kind of get crickets. So I have been realizing that I need to go back to putting more polls up, more things like that. Like my audience is not really big into the question box. When I put the question box, I don't have a lot of people in my audience say things. But if I put up a quiz or a poll or the slider, I have more people that like to do the slider than like to do polls or quizzes. So I started to learn my network. So, you know, get to know your network too, right? So if your network and you notice that when you put up the question box, nobody really is there, but if you put up a slider, you know, that sort of thing, and people like to slide, then slide, right? So get to know what your network likes, and so forth, and start doing interactive stuff that has nothing to do with Thrive. So that'll also help them start to click and get on that kind of stuff for you. All right. How are we feeling on planning so far, you guys, and your stories? Do you see how each week it just gets a little bit simpler? It gets a little bit better. Being able to plan with your content planner helps you. I don't know how to shut up my computer either with this dinging. So sorry, you guys. It'll wake you up. Hello. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but for me personally, this is still something new, right? Oh, good. You guys don't hear it. Okay, cool. It's like been days going crazy. My sister's on like a text message, getting them all out this morning. So I don't know about you guys, but this is newer still for me too. So this is something that I'm still like, oh yeah, oh, I already have that plan. Oh yeah, oh, you know what I mean? But as I'm doing it and as I'm flowing with it, I'm starting to feel like better. Like I feel so much weight lifted when I'm going into my week, when I'm planning. I know Rochelle mentioned it. When we started kind of adjusting to this way, it was just making things a little bit simpler. And you guys, I like simple. I want my business to flow. I want it to be simple. That's why I like routine. That's why I want to get into the time blocking, all of that kind of stuff, so that when I'm on and I'm working. And when I'm off, right? I'm a human. I'm Christina. I'm a wife. I'm whatever else, right? Same for you. So planning your content, having this kind of stuff done and ready for you when you're be on. And when you're off, don't feel guilty about being off, because you've planned, you've gotten everything, your business is running for you. One of the things that I had messaged Rochelle about, probably, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, I was talking to her about like really struggling with like my mornings and getting my posts up, and I was posting posting a lot later. And she was like, I like to get up, post my posts first thing in the morning so that all day it's working for me. So when you're off, it's working for you. So when people are on their lunch break and they're finally plugging back into social media, it's working for them, right? Like I'm Eastern Standard Time and I do get a lot of great views when I post late at night, but also I'm missing a lot of people throughout the day too. So having that, like finding that balance, getting to know your network, that sort of thing really helps. Rochelle, if you have anything to add on that, hop in, sister.
No, I'm good. I do think though that content map, time blocking, planning, all of that, I feel like it avoids burnout more, than it does if you don't have it. Because when you don't have like your content map and your time blocks and you don't know what you're doing when, I feel like for me, I used to spend so much time like just sitting there trying to come up with a post or trying to figure out what I wanted to share to my stories or trying to figure out what IPA I was going to do or whatever, right? Like I was constantly like having to be in creative mode. And for me, that led me to burnout so much quicker and so much easier than it does going into the week, knowing like exactly what I'm putting on my stories, exactly what's going up for a post, exactly what my focused IPA is, exactly when I'm working and what I'm doing. So good way to avoid burnout, that's for sure.
Absolutely. You guys, and we've had so many good trainings recently too. So make sure that you're utilizing what they're saying and planning that into your week. Jason, I love listening to that guy talk. And if you guys have not read his book, Thriving, you need to read his book. Please, please, please listen to me when I say read his book. I read it in like 2 or 3 days. I fell in love with the company even more. When I listened to him, I got chills. When I listened to him speak, I have so much more. I can't even explain it to you. He explains, he shares his past in the company. He shares things that didn't work. He shares how things were. He shares why Thrive is the way it is or why Le-Vel is the way it is. You guys, it made me fall in love. I actually, when we got off of that Zoom with him and Lindsay, which if you guys didn't watch that, I'm definitely going to watch a replay of that because that was just fire. She spit fire that I've never seen her spit before. And she always spits fire. But when I got off of that, I was like, I need to dig out my Thriving book and read it again because it was that good, you guys. So much respect for him, which made me fall and become more rooted in this company than I already was. I was so rooted as it was. But if you have not read the Thriving book, put that on your Christmas list, you guys, your stocking stuffer list, whatever. It is a very good read. And it's, he just so much. I loved it. I can't say enough. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and plan our background work and get all that kind of stuff in right now. So then we can batch the end of the time. We were able to batch a little bit more it's by Jason himself. So it's called Thriving and it's by Jason Camper. So you can get it on Amazon. I don't know anywhere else. I think I just primed mine to me, so there the next day type thing. I read it last year. And it's so good. So we're going to go ahead and do the background work so then we can batch. Last week we were able to batch, I think 3 or 4. So that was really good. I think everybody was loving that we got a really good planning session in and then a really good batching session. So right now, as we plan background work, you guys, I'm going to post it in the chat, all of the background work. If you know, if you're newer, copy this and put it in your notes. This is stuff, you guys, that you want to get done throughout your week. Now, this is a busy week, right? We have a busy week. We have Thanksgiving. We have all the things coming. So if you need to time block and get a lot of your background work done in one single session or day or sit down, or even tonight, you're like, you know what? Actually, I got like 3 hours tonight. Let me knock out this stuff. So this week, I don't even have to worry about it. Do that. Maybe you want to pick 2 to 3 and do them each a day. It does not matter how you do it, but make sure that these things get done, right? This is the stuff we talk about. You can be and mimic whatever Rochelle or me or Lindsay or any other leader you see is doing on their stories or on their posts. But if you're not doing this background work, that's the missing piece, you guys. That's the missing piece. And I will tell you, I am not always the most consistent with my background work, and I see it in my business. So the background work to me is becoming non-negotiables, right? Like those are things that I try so hard to get them done, but sometimes it's like, oh, well, no, No more, oh, well, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and drop that. That's also talking about, you guys, the work with me schedule. What work with me's are you getting on this week? We have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. We have Tuesday at 8 p.m. I'm assuming the Thursday one will probably be canceled, but I'm not going to speak on behalf of that because I don't have the Thursday. So I know sometimes people do the holiday one, sometimes they don't, but it is at 8 p.m. So I'm assuming people will be with their family for Thanksgiving. So don't plan on that one. Or wait and listen to the chat and see what's going down. And then we have Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. on Saturdays and 6 p.m. on Sundays. You guys, there is a work with me every single day. There are work with me replays. If you need that, sit down, put a replay on and do that. I'll be on tomorrow's 10 a.m. So I don't know who I'll see there, but I will be there leading and hosting that one for you guys. But get your work with me's, get them set this holiday season. Do not allow those to just be pushed to the side. Make those non-negotiables. Getting on our Monday night Zoom tomorrow night. I'm so excited for the Monday night Zoom. I don't know about you guys, but we haven't had one in weeks, but we've had other beautiful things. So I'm excited to get back on the Limitless Zoom and so on. So I am going to go ahead and mute myself, take a look at this background work, start plugging things in. Another thing to do right now too, if you guys are like, okay, I'm good with all of this, get on your social media, do a little social media audit of yourself, look over things. How was your posting this week? Start scrolling those reel sounds. Like I said, so when we're about to go batching, already know the sounds that you want to use and what you want to talk about may help you with batching. Some people can batch and then go find a sound and they're good to go. Some people need to find the sound to get inspired to then batch. So if that's you, now is your time to start scrolling reels, getting some sounds, saving them and so on. If you don't know how to do that, let us know, but I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. So let's start planning the background work, getting those work with me Zooms in there, getting your Monday night Zoom, so on and so forth. This is also where you guys were into the last like 10 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days of this month. 11 days left of this bonus season. I don't care where your tracker is. Do not count yourself out. You guys, do not count yourself out. And I don't care where you end on December 1st when that rolls over. Be proud of the person that you were these last 3 months. If you put in the time and the effort, you are creating an impact. You are creating lasting what do you call it, habits and so on and so forth, right? I went into this bonus season already deciding I didn't care. I was chasing the bonuses, but what I was going to chase was the person I wanted to become in my business these last 3 months. And that has been what I have been chasing, because guess what? If you look at the Christina September 1st, when they were announced, to the Christina December 1st, she is a very different person in her business. Right. And that is something to be very proud of, whether the bonus gets earned or doesn't get earned. Right. I am proud of that person. So maybe these last couple months, you have not put your foot on the gas, or you haven't been doing all the things you said you were going to. Today, it's a new day. Run to the end of the month, run the rest of the bonus season and be proud of that, right? Let's start celebrating those little wins, you guys, because those are going to be huge things. And I don't know about y'all, but 2023 is about to be lit up in this. Beep. It's going to be lit. One thing that Jason did say that, sorry, you guys are talking a lot. I feel like you guys are all my best friends. I get to see you once a week. We got chat. Okay. We got things to talk about. But one thing that Jason did say that I absolutely loved is he said, if you take 120 days to 6 months to completely run fast in your business, you can change your entire life. you can change your entire business. Think about that, you guys. Putting your head down, blinders on, 120 days to 6 months. What could that do for you and your family? Stop stopping, right? Stop stopping. I'm not saying you can't rest. I'm not saying any of that because you can. That's obviously we're human, but y'all know what you need to do. You know your non-negotiables. You know the things that your business needs, right? Get those done every single day and imagine 120 days to 6 months where your business will be. Cause y'all chills. All right, y'all, let's start wrapping up our planning, and so on. And then we are going to get some batching in. Y'all, I love Sundays. I hope you guys know. I love Sundays. All right, you guys, you ready to batch? If you are still planning, go ahead and continue to plan. If you are done planning, we're going to start batching. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timers for that. We'll do 3. Let's see, we have 20 minutes. So if we do 5 minutes each, we can get 4 done. Let's do 4 minutes. We should be able to get 5 in. So we're going to do 4 minutes because I feel like sometimes 3, it's either like too long or it's too quick. You know what I mean? So let's just do 4 minutes. And then if you finish it, you can always just start working on something else or moving over. So I'm going to set the timer for 4 minutes and we are going to start batching. So pick whatever topic you want. You don't have to do Monday, you guys. You can do whatever you want right now. Just pick a topic. And if you want to drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat what you're going to talk about. And then we're going to start batching. All right, you guys, there's the timer for that one. So we're going to go ahead and batch the next one. I love what you guys are dropping in the chat. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and batch the next topic. All right, there's the timer for that. Let's go ahead and go over to the next topic. All right, you guys, the timer just went off for that. Let's go ahead and do another one. All right, you guys wrap up that last one. And then feel free the rest of the day to take whatever time you need to finish up if you need to get any more done. I was able to flow through those. I hope you guys were too, to get a lot in. So the rest of my day personally, you guys, I'm going to finish planning. I'm going to get my reels together. I'm going to get my content together. I'm going to create some new story slides. We're just kind of chilling, watching football and soccer and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a lot of my background work today because it's just a very chill day. So if you have time today, like I said to you before, if you have time today, get those things done that you need to get done. Make sure you have your story slides together. I'm sure they'll drop a Black Friday sale. So even having the story slides ready to go, you just have to drop the graphic in. Y'all, like you can go and do that. So you don't even have to like basically wait for it to happen. You can get everything kind of ready for that. Like I said, knowing what you're going to do, this content map, just get yourself organized, get those folders, get your photo folder and have a folder that says this week if you need to, and then you can drop all your content in there. I like to do that from time to time where I start a new folder. It'll have the week of November 20, whatever today, November 21st, and I'll drop in all my stuff that I need to go in there. So my Black Friday slides, if I, once I make them, that I drop in there. If I have, my before and afters or things like that, if I'm going to run a promo, I'm personally going to wait to see what the promo is before I run my own personal promo this week because it's Black Friday. So that sort of thing. So I get my pictures in there. So if you have pictures, go through your pictures, get your filter on them, do what you need to do, drop them in there. Everything can all be in one little folder, you guys. So you're not always like scrolling and things like that. Be organized. It may take you a little extra time right now, but I bet you any money you'll notice throughout your week how much you just flow and things are easier. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. We will see you next week, or I will see you next week. Rochelle will be traveling. So I will see you next week on Sunday. So we will actually plan, let me see what is next week. So next week is the 27th. So we will probably plan for December as well, just because the next plan would be December 4th. And I want you guys going into the month also with your stuff ready to go. So we will kind of plan a little bit of December, and we will also then plan our week and plan to finish out the month and close out the month. So I hope you guys all have a great week. Make sure you stay plugged into your calendar, to your content map, to the work with me's, to the Zooms, and make sure you also unplug and enjoy everything the holiday has to bring. So I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.